Okay, let's have a quick look at this essay and I'll give you my opinion. So, everything that I say, I'm going to refer to the official criteria, right? So this is not just my opinion, this is what the official examining criteria, this is what it basically says. So, first thing, we check the word count, okay? Then we go through the criteria in order, starting with task response, okay? So we start from a 9, then we read down, 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 and we try and match the global features of the script or text. And we check the descriptors above, below, to make sure that the rating is accurate. So I've counted the words, it's 269 words, which is good. So we'll start with a 9, because this is where the examiners start. So all parts of the prompt must be appropriately addressed. Okay, a clear, fully developed position which directly answers the question. All right. Your ideas must be good, extended, in other words, developed, explained, and supported with reasons and examples. Every essay says, write 250 words, give reasons and examples, right? So, we always start with task response first. In other words, do you answer the question, yes or no? So, we've got 2 questions. It's a 2-part essay. So, it's asking for your opinion, what are the causes of crime, and how can we deal with these causes? Okay, in many countries, the amount of crime is increasing. So, the vast majority of states, well, that's not the same as many countries. Many is not a vast majority. Are places where crime is prosperous? Well, prosperous does not mean increasing. It's not good as a synonym. And become undeniable fact, well, as this is a noun phrase, we need an article. An undeniable fact of an activity of local governments. Well, it doesn't say this in the topic, the context. It just says, in many countries, crime is increasing. Why do you think crime is increasing and how can we stop it? That's it. So you don't need to add things which are not in the question or topic. Okay. The reasons which cause that, as well as solutions, are being widely argued. Well, they are not. Where does it say that? It's a simple statement. In many countries, the amount of crime is increasing. That's it. The following essay is going to discuss this issue and give a solution. Well, how is that an introduction? What does that introduce? It's, right. You have to be clear, so you need a clear, fully developed position which directly answers the question. Are you directly answering the question in that introduction? No. So, clear and well developed position? No, no, no. So we'll carry on. We'll see if there is a position. Because if you don't, your task response score will be quite low. So that introduction doesn't really express a position. In this essay, it's going to discuss, well, it's not a discussion. It's an opinion. It's saying, what do you think? In my opinion, in my view, crime is caused by. That's what it's asking. It's not a discussion. Firstly, the main impact. Impact? Well, it's asking what's the cause, not the impact or effect. Firstly, the main impact of crime blooming. You mean increasing? Is for the countries. What is by? How is it for? For the countries of the third world, which unfortunately cannot maintain and provide their people with conditions of original simple life. Okay, but it says many countries. Why are you talking about specifically the third world? Okay. Residents from South Africa pressurized by unemployment, diseases, unfollowing period of time, fatal diseases in South Africa, such as? And hunger? Isn't South Africa one of the most developed countries in Africa? Moreover, developed countries expect them to be okay, so what does that have to do with crime? Pressurized by unemployment, fatal diseases. So how is that a main cause of crime? Okay, moreover, developed countries meant to become improved state or an improved state through humanitarian help. You've got to watch these articles which they send them, or which they have sent them. The lack of mere things, understanding manufacturing. You still haven't said what you think the causes of crime are. You said, oh, it's the third world, but you don't say exactly how, what, and what kind of crimes are you talking about? Are you talking about murder or theft? If you're talking about, people are stealing because they cannot afford food, then okay, but you don't say what crimes you are talking about. Are you talking about rape or murder? I've got no idea. Okay, so paragraph 2, main body paragraph 2 should be addressing how can we deal with these causes. So, never has any country started, become developed at once. No idea what that means. Less than improved countries would better learn the experience of prosperous ones. Again, no idea what that means. Germany, for example, could be given the of the powerful countries which have paid since World War II ended. Yeah, but it's asking, how can we deal with the causes of crime? What does this have to do with the causes of crime? It's not answering the question. To summarize the information, well, it's in conclusion, because you're supposed to write a conclusion. It's clear that lack of the very first things is a major very first things, such as what things? What are you talking about? Food? What are you talking about? Lack of mere things? Lack of understandings? Understandings of what? What are you talking about? It's a major and sincere consequence of committing crimes. What crime are you talking about? Theft? Murder? Burglary? Or robbery? Thus, to decline it, you mean reduce it? Authorities should draw their attention on, you draw attention to, people's employment and willing to change their life to a better side. And then if the government were not corrupted, what does this have to do with answering the question? Absolutely nothing. This would not be 7 in any parallel universe that I am aware of. So let's take a look. I don't mean to be harsh, but I don't like it when people give people false ideas. Now look, 5. It's only partially or incompletely addressed. Right? It says, what do you think? Your opinion, the main causes of crime. How can we deal with the causes of crime? You haven't answered these 2 questions. You very vaguely answered very vaguely answered question 1, but you haven't answered question 2. There's one example. So we do have some examples, but they're not clear. Irrelevant. What does what you've said have to do with anything? Okay, now cohesion and coherence, right? There's a sense of underlying coherence. In other words, we've got no idea what you are talking about. There's ideas on the page, but is it logical? Well, not really. And then we've got quite a lot of mistakes in grammar and vocab, which I can't be bothered to go through every single one. But this is basically why I said 5. Right? For a 7, you would have to address all parts of the question, which you don't. A clear position, which you don't. You need a logical organization, which you don't, etc. So that's basically why, right? Again, I don't want to be harsh, but I don't like it when people who don't know what they're talking about give people false ideas. Okay, so I hope that helps.